start again. Good morning, Happy New Year. A lot of new people here today. Who's new? First timers. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. So as you notice, there's a lot of people that come every month, regardless what I'm talking about, because every time you come, whether you're interested in the subject or not, you learn something, right? Awesome. My name is Terry Diamond. I am the host of the seminar today. I'm thrilled to be here, and thanks again for joining us. Before we begin, a few housekeeping items. Everybody, please silence their phones. Don't turn them off because we're going to be using them. But if you could turn the sound off, that would be great. You notice something new on the table, the binders. Okay? So, when I go to a client's house, they always pull out all the paperwork from the past seminars. And they're just loose. So I created these binders. You have a nice little header. On the front page, you'll see the table of contents for the year. Okay, I don't have my brochures yet. I should have them next month with all the descriptions. So every month, it's all planned out. Next month is the Golden Road, so sorry for the confusion earlier. I'm going to have the Public Information Officer from the Highway Patrol here talking about tips and tricks to stay safe while you're driving. If you notice in April, there's no seminar. I'm going on vacation, so yay! Excited about that. And then you have the tabs January through December. And every month, I'm just going to bring the handouts. You guys bring your binders. I'll give you the handouts, all hole punched, and you just put it in the binder. Okay? On the last section here, you will find, I'm going to turn the page, but it's a plastic business card holder. So whoever comes, like if we have a speaker, they'll bring their business card holders and you can stick it in there so that you have it referenced. Now Karen has some business cards over here. Be sure to pick one of those up.
You can have my business card in there.
She can be the first entry. Notice in the very last front or back cover on the inside, my business cards are there because I'm special and don't fit in the plastic binder. So Karen can be the first one in the sheet. Yay.
I like to be first.
So Karen has graciously offered to help me out today. Most of you know her. She's the owner, founder of used to be Clutter Cutters, now it's called Curated Transitions. She is the #1 downsizer in my book. She will help you declutter, she'll help you downsize, she'll help you move. She is the Wonder Woman of decluttering. So I'm going to give the microphone to her in just a minute, just to tell you a little bit about herself. And for this seminar today, it's going to be a very interactive one. So did everybody bring their smartphone or their tablet?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to pull that out and log into the network, I'm going to tell you how to do that when we're done with Karen. So we're going to cover, you'll see in your handout section, things that we're going to cover. We're going to try to cover as many as possible. I don't know how many we're going to get to. And then there's also a little acronym quiz, because who here does not text? Okay. A couple of people. For those that do, people are sending you these texts with all these acronyms, and who knows what they mean. So it's kind of a self-guided text. We'll review it at the end, but just circle whatever you think they are. Some are pretty easy, some are maybe not quite so sure. Today's goal is to educate you on technology. I will be honest with you, I am not an Android user. I am an Apple girl. Okay, who here uses Android? Okay, so good. Not too many of you. Craig, I may be calling you to help me out. I have been practicing for the last 2 weeks on an Android. So hopefully I'll be able to answer all your questions. But Apple, between Karen and I, we've got it handled. What else? I think that's it. You guys, let me pass the microphone to Karen. Any other questions before we get started? Yours.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you all today. I really appreciate it. I will just really quickly tell you that I am the owner of Clutter Cutters, but we changed the name. You may have heard of Clutter Cutters. We changed the name to Curated Transitions to better reflect what we are doing. We're not just decluttering. We are helping people downsize and move. And Clutter Cutters is still a thing. She's just kind of quiet in the background. But I did want to talk to you all about the fires, and we've all heard about them. Now is a great time to think about doing an inventory, a quick inventory of what's in your home. And we are doing this for many of our clients in the next 2 weeks. We would love to come to your house, take pictures of your art or whatever the thing is that you love the most, and then take pictures of every room. And then we will give you a link to these pictures online, and they cannot burn down. And the link cannot burn down. You will have this forever should, God forbid, something happen to our homes. So please let me know if you would like to schedule a consultation, and we can talk about it. Probably, I don't know how big each of your homes are, but an average house probably will take about 2 hours for the photography, and then we can notate things in the pictures, because I have AI, which I'm not really sure what that is, but it's there, and I know how to use it. So anyway, let me know, because it's a really good thing to have.
Thank you, Karen. And on that note too, Craig, one of our guests, generously brought me a sheet. What do you need in a survival kit? So I will scan this and send it out to everybody. It's always a good refresher. Have your go bag ready, because you just never know. We all know how devastating fires are. We should feel very lucky they're not here. I'm not going to say yet, but there's always a possibility that we will have another big fire. So it's a good reminder and really essential that you're ready. Okay, if you turn to your handout, page 1, in your January section. First off, and we may not go in order, everybody go to settings on your phone. Settings is this right here. Looks like a little wheel. And then if you go down to Wi-Fi, now Google may be a little bit different, but Wi-Fi here, I know all of you can't see it, but Wi-Fi guest, and you should be able to choose Mulligan's Cafe.
Mulligan's gas.
Yes, Mulligan's guest, I'm sorry. Okay, and
Yeah, you're on it already.
if you need a password, it's hole-in-one, all lowercase. Hole-in-one, HOLEINWONE, all one word, all lowercase. Okay? Good. Yeah. Okay, ready to move on? Okay, who needs help?
Let's make sure you guys you're in. May ask for
Okay, who's already learned something? All right. So as long as we're in settings, I want to talk a little bit about, yes.
Can you help us?
Sure.
Get on? Okay, so there we go. You're in. No, but
You're in. Yes, you're in.
Some areas will require you to put in a password. Okay. In order to keep things moving, if you still need help, raise your hand and Karen will come around and help you. While we're in settings, you'll see something airplane mode. So if you go on an airplane, settings has so much valuable information that you may not know where to look for it. So always start in settings. You have a lot of different things. You have your camera settings, you have display and brightness. So let's look at display and brightness. You can do a light mode, you can do a dark mode, you can change the size of your text. So if I want to go bold text, Maybe I'll just do that for now. It should change the darkness of all your font. You can also change size of your font to make it bigger. Okay, at any time I'm going too fast, let me know.
I can make it bigger. I have huge writing on my phone. I'm really.
Yeah, Karen has huge writing. I can read it from across the room. Okay, so in the settings tab, you have all sorts. You've got your security code. Who here has a lock on their iPhone or their iPad where you have to put in a number? Okay, who does not? Okay, you should always have, see me after Catch Karen, you should have a lock on your phone. That way, if you leave your phone somewhere, somebody just can't pick it up and use it. So if I were to close mine out, so when I log in, I have to put in my passcode. So if you notice, you won't be able to see it, and if I put it in right, it will work. Okay, but have at least a 4-digit passcode. Okay, that way when you leave your phone at Home Improvement Center and you can't find it, somebody else will be able to pick it up and use it. If you don't have a passcode, somebody else could pick it up and make it their own phone and have access to all the information that you have on your phone. Okay, does everybody know how to download an app? What is an app? Okay, an app is an application. It's short for application. So, let's just go here. If you go to Facebook, Facebook is an app. Okay, so to download an app for Android users, you go to your Play Store. For Apple users, you go to the App Store. Okay, does everybody know where they are?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So, everybody know how to download an app? Anybody that doesn't, probably a better question. Good. So let's talk about some apps that are useful. Okay, this is where your thing comes in. Do you know how to use Kindle?
Yes.
Okay. How about Audible?
Yes.
Okay, so Audible is where it's an Amazon product from Kindle. It will read the book for you. Okay, so write things down that you need help with. How about Instacart? Who here doesn't have Instacart? Okay, wow. Okay, Instacart is a great thing. Instacart is a shopping service or a grocery shopping service. Okay, so when you break your foot, multiple times, hang on, let me find my Instacart.
No foot breaking allowed.
Okay, whoops, that's Instagram. Sorry. Instacart. It's an app with a carrot on it. Okay, what this does, you can sign up for an account, but it's a shopping app. So somebody will go to Costco or Vons or Pavilions or Smart and Final or wherever you shop, and they will shop for you. Okay? It's a great thing, whether you're too busy or you break your foot or you're in the middle of making dinner and need something. You just go into the app and you choose which store you want, and then you order what you need, and they will deliver it to your home. Okay?
Do they publish a fee schedule on their apps?
I'm sure there's a fee schedule. So let me tell you a couple of tricks. If you're a Costco member, okay, Costco members, okay, shop through Costco. Same day Costco. Go to the Costco.com. Shop through same day Costco. It will be less money than Instacart. If you become a regular Instacart member, get a yearly subscription because it reduces the fees and the delivery fees. So there are little tips and tricks. Yes, it costs you more money, but the convenience that it provides is, for me, is worth the money. So I live in East Beach. For me to go all the way out to Costco, you know, it's a Santa Barbara problem. It's a long time. So, I can't tell you the last time I went to Costco. I just go on their cart, I order a bunch of stuff, and And they're so much better than they used to be. When Instacart started coming out in Santa Barbara, they'd bring you the wrong things. Okay, but now if you get a jalapeno pepper that's rotten, you just get back online and say my jalapenos are rotten, and they will credit your account. Chris.
Are you saying that if you use the Costco app, that Instacart delivery app?
Right. So if you go to Costco.com, you click same day shopping, and then you'll have to go through an initial sign up, but it's less expensive to order directly off Costco than it is from Instacart. Okay, I urge you all to do Instacart because you never know when you're going to need it. But think about going to Costco. You have to shop, you have to put it all in your cart, you have to put it in your car, you have to drive home, you have to unload it and put it away. What if all you have to do is unload it? Saves you so much time. So, highly encouraged. Along those same lines, who here has Uber or Lyft? Okay. This table does not. I think we need it over here. Okay. Uber and Lyft is another similar thing when you break your foot, but you break your right foot because you can't drive.
Uber and Lyft.
Okay, they're a transportation service. So you can download the app, you can schedule rides, like if you're going to the airport, you don't want to leave your car at the airport for days. They pick you up at your house, they take you to the airport, no cash changes hands in either Instacart, Uber, or Lyft. It's all done off a credit card. Okay, you log your credit card into the app and they just charge you.
Did you just say to use Uber and Lyft off of the Instacart app?
No, they have their own app. So Instacart has one app, Uber has one app, Lyft has one app. So Uber and Lyft, they're very similar, but they're different companies. Just a minute, Joe. So I always, when I need an Uber or Lyft, I compare prices between the two because they can vary like $5. So, or if you're going on a long ride, they can vary quite a bit. So I recommend you have both. And so, Joe, did you have a question?
I just wanted to question everybody, those 5 a.m., 6 a.m. flights, try to book Uber or Lyft the night before.
Right.
There's not that many Uber drivers, Lyft drivers at 5 in the morning.
Good point. So his point was if you have an early morning flight or you know there are a lot of people in town, schedule your Uber or Lyft ahead of time. I'm not going to get into the details how to do that. You can see me after. Okay? So Uber and Lyft, Instacart are great apps for maintaining your independence. Okay, next month we're talking about driving after 80. Okay, the Golden Road, how to stay safe. What if you've had eye surgery? How are you going to get around? Yes, you can call Instacart and they'll bring you your groceries, but what if you have to go to the doctor? You call Uber or Lyft. They come, they pick you up at your house, bring you where you need to be. You can tip them or not. I think it's a good idea. They're service people, and there's a lot of people in the service industry that make their money off tips, depending on service. And then when you're ready to go, you don't even have to print. You don't have to type in where you are. The app will tell them where you are. You have to type in where they're going. They're not mind readers, but that's easy enough. Okay? Questions?
If
Richard.
you know where you are, if you have location on,
Yes. In your settings, you have to have location services enabled. So you go back to settings, and if you need that help, write it down, and Karen will come over and help you.
Okay, wait, what am I gonna?
Nothing yet. Okay, who needs Karen's help? Okay, right here.
Coming right over, I have a comment.
Yes, Pam.
I found that my location, the location finder is at the bottom of my hill along the curve in the road, nowhere near my.
Okay, well, you live in the boonies, so.
So,
So Pam has an interesting situation where her address, A, it's on the wrong side of the road, and B, it's kind of up in the foothills. So location services may not work directly, but now they have a little pin that you can drop. You can drag and drop a pin to exactly where you are. Okay?
Where is the location services?
It's in settings. So if you click on the app, the easiest thing to do is if you download the app and it says need location services, it will come up on your app, and then click that button, it'll take you directly to it. But if you go back to settings, so it should be, notice there's a whole bunch of things. So I can just type in at the top location services, if I can spell. Location suggestions, location services, right there. And you can turn it on. Or if you don't want people to know where you are, you can turn it off.
You can set it by app.
You can set it by app, exactly. So if I went to all my apps, I have different settings for each one. And that gets really into it, so Karen can come over and help you individually. Fabia?
100% always accept all the cookies.
Okay, good question. Cookies. Okay, everybody know what cookies are besides what you eat? Okay, so when you go to a website, almost every website now will say, will you accept cookies? Okay, and it's their way of tracking you. They don't track Pam, they don't track Peggy, they don't track Ellen, they track information. Okay, so if you are looking at a pair of Ugg boots, give me just a minute. The online will know that you're looking at Ugg boots, and you're going to get slammed with ads for Ugg boots because of cookies. They don't know you, they don't know where you live, they don't know your income, they don't know your name, but they have your what's called an IP address, Internet Protocol address, which means they know your computer's address. So they will track you with Ugg boots from now until the end of time. Okay?
If you talk about Ugg boots, they're gonna track you.
True. If you talk about it, I don't know how many of you have Siri at home, but I'll just be talking and say, oh, I need to remember to put laundry soap on the grocery list. And Siri will pipe in, don't forget to add laundry soap. It's scary. Alexa will do it too. Yep.
Are you accepting them all or not?
On websites, I accept them. If you say no, you can't really look at the website. If you want to customize it, you can customize cookies. That's a whole different topic. So, but as a general rule, it's going to be safe. Now, if you go to a porn site, don't accept cookies. Right.
One simple way to deal with customizing the cookies is to delete, say no to everything but strictly necessary.
Okay. Good tip.
Also, when you log out of, you can erase all cookies when you log out of.
So there are ways, if you go to your history, you can erase cookies. You can say only accept what's absolutely necessary. Okay, it's a lot of work, but you know, you get so much crap online anyway, I just kind of ignore it. Excuse me. Okay, so if history, good question. So when you go, like if you go to, no, that's not it. Write that down. Do you have an answer? Where do you find history?
You know, those things are for each different kind of browser you have. If you go to the browser here,
Okay.
it'll be under that app.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So you notice I just swiped down on my screen. If you didn't see that, I grab middle of the screen and I swipe down. Oops. And I get a little search bar. Or you can go to Google. And you want to say how to clear cache. CACHE. And it'll give you clear cache and cookies. And you click on that. So Google, any search engine will answer most any question you have. So on Android devices, you go, hey Google. Okay, if you have the microphone services installed. On Apple, I just swipe down. Got that. You can type it into your search bar in a browser. So if you're on the web, any question you want to ask. And I find the more information I get, the better results I get. Okay?
Clearing cache and clearing cookies do a lot of different things. If you clear the cache, you may also be deleting passwords and other entry things from various websites
Yes.
that you use frequently.
Good point. So just clear your cookies. Just makes it easier. If you clear your cache, so you know when you're on your browser, everybody know what a browser is? Okay. When you type in sfgate or independent or KEYT, if you clear your cache, all those things will go away, pulling it up automatically, and you have to go back to the original website and type the whole thing in again. Okay, clearing cookies will delete, add information essentially, and more. Okay, everybody on board? Okay, you guys are smart. YouTube. Who here doesn't have YouTube? Okay, this table again. Okay, who knows where my website is on YouTube?
I do.
Okay, so if I go to YouTube, let's see, I'm going to swipe down again.
YouTube is a lot of fun, you guys. You can go down the rabbit hole of information.
Yes.
It's hours and hours of fun.
Okay, so YouTube is amazing. If you're ever bored at home or want to go down a rabbit hole, you can watch YouTube for hours. And what it is, it's content created by anybody about anything. So if I were to start search, what's my company name? All About Seniors. Oops. Yes. Let's see. And of course it's not coming up. Anyway, you type in All About Seniors, Terry Diamond, I think is what it is. Sorry. You'll find all the videos from all the seminars, except when I forget to record them or have the camera turned backwards or whatever. So that's a great way to do it. You can really learn how to change a toilet. You can learn how to install a faucet. You can learn how to use Facebook. You can learn Android stuff, which I did all for the last 2 weeks because I had no idea, and I learned a lot. I would watch videos on how to do whatever. Okay? I could ask my husband how to use an Android. He actually is an Apple person too, so he couldn't tell me, so I had to learn. So, anything that you need to know or learn, go to your browser, type it in on search box. If you like watching videos, go to YouTube. If you want to order groceries, go to Instacart. If you need a ride, call Uber or Lyft. Okay, so the internet is an amazing thing. AI, artificial intelligence, okay? Who kind of wants to know more about AI? Okay, good. No, don't avoid it. It's a great thing. Okay, so I use this thing called ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT is an app, or from your browser, that does amazing things. It will write a school paper for you. It writes my seminars for me. Okay, so it gives me like the cannabis seminar that I did not too long ago. I said, write me an outline for a seminar on cannabis. And it gave me a whole outline. Now I edit it, and for pieces that I want to learn more about, I'll pull that out. Tell me more about THC. And it did. It gives you too much information. Okay, so you have to go through and tell it. So I got an email the other day. I wasn't quite sure how to respond. So I pulled up ChatGPT. I said respond to, and then I cut and copied the email, and I put it in ChatGPT. And it gave me an amazing response that I would never have come up with. So when you guys get a response from me that doesn't sound like me, no, I always tailor it to myself. Okay? But ChatGPT is one of the greatest things on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. It saves me so much time. So I'll take my seminar text, I'll put it into ChatGPT, I'll say, create a PowerPoint. Everybody knows what a PowerPoint is, right? Okay. It will create my slides for me. You know, it does so many things.
Is that an app?
It can be an app, or you can use it on your browser. So if you look at my screen here, So it's like this little Byzantine knot. So go to your app store, type in Chat GPT. It'll help you find P. Chat. I have no idea. But that would be something you could ask Google. What does GPT stand for? Chris?
You also have to be careful because it will make up things that are false and pretend that they are.
Exactly. And the whole internet will do that. The internet will lie to you. Sorry to break the news.
AI is just better at it.
AI is better at it.
If it's coming from you, you want to make sure you check all that.
Absolutely. Carolyn?
If we don't have a Google account, because I avoid them, I use other browsers, is that going to interfere with it? It shows to Lyft and all these other things, Google Play, but I don't, then can I not log in because I don't have a Google account?
To log in on an Android device, you really need a Google account. I'm not saying you don't have to have one, but it's going to make your life so much easier.
Thank you.
Okay? Ready to move on? Yes.
Subscription cost for ChatGPT?
No, well, it depends. You can use the 3.0 for no cost. I use the 4.0. I pay $29 a year. And it's so much better. You get better quality content.
What about YouTube? Do you pay for that?
No, I don't.
You put up with all the commercials?
I put up with the ads because I don't have the time to be on YouTube. I post on there my videos and that's about all because and the same with Facebook. I can't get sucked down the rabbit hole. It's too much. Yes.
So signing up for GPT, it asks for birthday. Do you really want to put that stuff in?
You know,
Can use it
You don't
without
have to.
that?
you don't have to, but your information is out there on the internet. If somebody wants to know who you are, how much money you make, where you live, who your kids are, they can find out. So by putting your birthday in an app, you can use a fake birthday. Now, however, with Google, they will cross-reference your birthday. So I found that out when I was playing on my Android device. Okay, we good? Ready to move on?
Can I just say one thing about that? So if you ever had a mortgage in the last 20, maybe 30 years, your social security number is out there. I found mine online. So it's just out there. It's one of those things.
They know everything.
They do. So, I mean, at a certain point, you just have to give in.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Your information is out there. That's why you have something called Credit Karma. People know Credit Karma?
No.
Okay. Yay. Credit Karma is a free credit monitoring service. Doesn't cost you anything. It's not like Experian or TransUnion, although it has all that information. It's a free service, and it will notify you if you open up a new credit card and you didn't, they'll notify you. They'll notify you if you have your car payment went up. You're going, I got a new car. So it's Credit Karma, CREDITKARMA. It's a great service. Everybody needs to have it.
And how do you get that?
It's an app. Everything's an app. I mean, as I was preparing for this seminar, I didn't find one thing that I wanted to talk about that didn't have an app. Banks have apps, credit cards have apps. I mean, if you look through my screen, I put all the ones that I was going to use, but I have a lot of different apps. And there's all of them organized. Okay, I know some of you can't see that. Now, talk about how to find an app. So let me go, I create folders. So anything to do with real estate, I put in one folder. So I know if I need to find DocuSign or my e-key or what else do I have on here? Dropbox, Realtor.com, etc. I have that all in one folder. So when you take one app, okay, so when you're online or when you're on your tablet or your phone, okay, you take and you push an app and you hold your finger on it and see where it says edit home screen. Everything will start to wiggle. And then you take your finger on the one app you want to move and drop it on top of another app, and it will automatically create a folder, and then you name that folder. Good question.
One more time, can you repeat that?
Okay, you get into the edit screen where everything's jiggly, push your finger on the app that you want to create a folder with, drop it on another app in the same category, and it will automatically create a folder. Okay, so I'll show you. So, let me take, just for fun, I'm gonna take Calculator, my Calculator app, which is another really handy app. Get it to
And it
wiggle.
comes on your phone. Your phone comes on.
You press and hold. So you press and hold. Yeah, ask your grandkids. Let me try this one. Anyway, you press and hold the app that you want to create a folder. It will wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Drop it on top of another app, and it will create the folder. The same in photos. Okay? If you want to create, and I'm better at this on Apple than I am on Android, but if you look for your photos, which is a really colorful icon, you can create folders. Like we have a folder, of course I have a folder about Loki.
Yeah, it's great.
So these are all the pictures of Loki that I created a folder, and I take all of his pictures and I put them in the one folder.
Excuse me, the rocket is launching now, and probably within 10 minutes when you get the boom.
Okay, so don't be scared when you hear and the whole building shakes. The rocket launch.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
Oh, thanks. This is Loki. Everybody hears about Loki. He's my pride and joy.
Baby Loki, though.
What's that?
That's baby Loki.
Baby Loki. That is baby Loki, yeah. So it has all of my pictures from the time I picked him up to now. Whenever I take a picture, I make sure it goes in the folder. So, yeah, he's my baby. So we also have a folder called Family Christmas that we invited everybody into the family that can post to that folder. So whenever anybody in the family has a new picture that they want to share, they post it in Family Christmas, and every Christmas we play it all week long. And it brings back so many memories and so many good times. It's really a fabulous thing. So having folders, not only for your apps, but for your photos, is really awesome. Because, I have like 1,700 photos on my phone. People say, I want to see a picture of Loki. I can just go to my folder, and it's like when people show you their vacation trip. It's like, look, here's Loki.
Apple also creates folders for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
They'll do it automatically for you.
And they have facial recognition too. You can put the name of your kid on there, and then it'll pull up pictures of them.
Another really cool thing that I like is a journal app. Okay, anybody journal? Try to journal, want to journal, but never get around to it? I create one on my phone and my iPad. That way it's always with me. My phone is always with me. You can create a journal app and just write in there.
Do you have an app you like, or are you just using?
I like day one, but it's a subscription.
Okay.
So try to look for free things. So moving on to games really quick, and we'll come back to it. But when you download a game, you want to read the description, because if it says ads involved, it'll probably be free. But there are so many games out there that want your money, and they're addictive. So be really careful, unless you're a gambling person, to not download those apps that you have to put a credit card into. Okay, if you're going to give an app your credit card number, they're going to charge you for something. So use a free one. My favorite solitaire game is called Solibun Pro. It's a free app, and it comes with like 25 different games of solitaire. And I play, that's my rabbit hole, is solitaire.
It's like the
So.
first game ever on Microsoft stuff.
Yeah. So I have, I can choose from, I have my favorites, and then they have, 35 different games you could play.
What was your favorite
My favorite,
Your favorite app for solitaire?
it's called Solobon Pro. SOLEBONPRO. It's a free app. Other game apps I like, it's called 1010, which is another really addictive game. Here are my games. So I have backgammon. You can play backgammon. You can play Mahjong, Solobon, Wheel of Fortune, Bingo, Happy Color, which is like a coloring app. So when you're really kind of crazy about everything else, and you can just sit there and paint by numbers, essentially, is what it is. There, when you go to the App Store, even if you it has a title, Top Apps or Top Game Apps, just go in there and play around. There's so many fun things. What were we talking about earlier? The other games.
Oh, I really like Merge Mansion. You don't have to give them a credit card. They do try to sell you, like upsell you on things, but you don't have to give them a credit card. It's free. I love that one. Because it kind of tells a story.
Okay, Merge Mansion.
Yeah, Merge Mansion.
Okay, kind of like Shoreline Drive, Mega Mansion.
Yes, exactly.
Pam?
If your bridge player is bridge 24/7.
Bridge 24/7. Ellen?
Just, if you download a game and you play it and you don't like it, you should know how to delete it very quickly.
Okay, how to delete apps. Okay, so you press on an app, like, so if I want to take off this Match 3D because I downloaded it, I pressed it, and then I say remove app. And boom, gone, magic. Okay, and if you did it by accident, you can upload it again. It's hard to break your computer. You can mess it up, but it's hard to break.
It says
Yes.
here, you have to push remove from home screen.
Well, removing from home screen won't get rid of it. You have to say delete app, the very top one.
Goes to the.
Right. So if you remove from home screen, it's still living on your phone or your iPad.
Language learning apps are fun.
Okay, language learning. I have Babbel now because that's my vacation. I'm going to France. So I'm learning French. Not very easily, not very well, but I can say bonjour. So there's Rosetta Stone.
You could do language translate.
There's language translators. If you're in Mexico and you want to find the bathroom, Google Translate. The internet has so many great things. And we're here today to kind of open your eyes to not be scared of it, to learn how to download things, to learn how to use things like Instacart or Uber or Lyft. Embrace it. It's here to stay.
I was going to confess, I play Scrabble.
Scrabble, another good game. Any other great games you want to throw out there? Okay. Wordle. Yeah, Wordle's a big one.
Connections on New York Times.
Connections on, yeah. Facebook, Pinterest, who knows if we'll have TikTok next week. But those are great social media apps. So let's talk a little bit about Zoom and Facebook. Okay, keeping in touch with family that's not local. Zoom and Facebook Live are both video apps. So you can, if you have grandkids in Connecticut, get on Facebook Live or on Zoom, and you can see them and have a great conversation with them. Rather than picking up the phone or using text or using email, it's such a better way to communicate. So Zoom is an app. I use Zoom on my browser because I think it works better than the app. But Zoom, 45 minutes or less meetings are free. Okay, if you schedule over 45 minutes, but if you schedule over 45 minutes, talk 45 minutes one day and an hour later, talk 45 minutes again. That way you don't have to pay for Zoom because it's expensive.
But aren't one-on-ones, you can talk as long as you want with, if it's just you and one other? No? They
Not
changed
that I
it?
know of.
Okay.
Yeah. Facebook Live is free. Yeah,
I use FaceTime.
Yeah.
FaceTime, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. WhatsApp. Now, does that have video with it? Or is it just, oh, okay, I didn't know that. WhatsApp is great for international. Okay, it has a live feature. Just be careful if somebody calls you with Facebook Live. Is that the right thing? when somebody calls you, make sure you're not like getting dressed or in the bathroom. You answer the Facebook call or the live call, and they can see you. So be cautious, be aware of that.
I choose to put a piece of tape over my camera on my computer, on these phones. Now, is that helpful?
It will blur the picture. So she puts tape over her camera. And you can put blue tape, duct tape will make a mess, but just Scotch tape will blur the picture. You know, when you do Zoom, you can choose not to use your camera. There are lots of different options. But it's a great communication tool. Let's see. Having a magnifier on your phone, for me, it's critical because I can't, even with my glasses on, I have a hard time seeing. It's an app, any magnifier app. I get one that's lit. So if you're going out to dinner and it's dark and you can't read the menu, you get a light and a magnifier.
What's it called?
Mine is magnifier. It's got the little plus sign in it. So I can zoom in, I can make it bigger. So.
Is it from the App Store?
From the App Store, yep.
It might be in your phone
Apple.
already.
Yeah, actually, it's probably on your phone. It's probably downloaded already.
Like with your calculator.
Okay, anything on the first page of your contents? Questions? How are we doing on time? 11:19. Okay, podcasts. Anybody here listen to podcasts? Know what podcasts are? Oh, this table, they know what podcasts are. Good job. Sorry. Podcasts are great when you're out walking, when you're in the car, when you don't want to listen to music. Again, any topic, anybody can post. You can talk about, I listen to one on communication skills. What a wide variety of choices you have. You can download, it's Apple Podcasts, I think. Go to your app store. There's several different podcast players. Okay, go to Google Play. Type in podcast. It will give you the choice of several different apps. And when you go into that app, type in a keyword. Food, or cooking, or surfing, or how to sleep better, or all these things. It will give you a choice of podcasts to listen to. And when you're out on your walk, put in one headphone, not two, because you need to listen to what's going on around you, and listen to the podcast. When you're in the car, on a 7-hour drive, when you're on a flight. So many different options. Widgets. Who knows what widgets are? Whoa. Okay. Widgets are all the things. See, right here I have my temperature. That's a widget. I have my photos. That's a widget. They live on your screen. So to download a widget is different on a iPad and a Android. And I can't remember how to do it, so I would have to go to my browser and say how to download widgets.
Is that just a shortcut?
It's a shortcut for a lot of things, but also widgets have things that you use every day. So, like I have a stock market widget. So I just typed in, or I actually spoke, I used a little microphone, say, how do you download widgets? And it pulled up the instructions. Okay? My widgets always live if I right swiped on my iPad. So I have a stock market, I have New York Times cooking, I have the battery life of my iPad, I have my calendar. Those are just easy shortcuts to things. But then like this one here with my photos, it's a widget and it gives me like a photo of the day. And then I can swipe and see all sorts of photos. Usually they're with me with alcohol, but I have a good time. Or there are pictures of houses. So, what else? ChatGPT we talked about. Another, if you do any type of professional writing, I will type something into ChatGPT and then I will copy it and I will put it into an app called Grammarly. Okay, Grammarly, it's a paid app, but for me it's worth it. It will correct your grammar, correct your punctuation. It will use AI to suggest different ways of writing things. Really, for me, it's an essential app. Find Mine. Who knows what Find Mine is?
Oh.
Okay, everybody needs to know what this app is. Okay? So, when I'm at home, I put my phone in random places. Fortunately, I have an Apple Watch, and I can say, find my phone, and it will make the phone beep, and I left it in the shower. I don't know. It could be in the dog's toy bed, it could be in the kitchen, it could be on the floor by my bed. I leave it really in random places. Just a minute. Download the app, and then you assign things. So, Find Mine. I'm able to find my devices. I'm able to find Loki has an AirTag. I can find Loki by his AirTag, if he ever got out. My luggage has an AirTag. I can find my husband. Not that I always want to, but, those are things. It's actually a little bit of a joke. There is a location services for friends and family. My niece, who is in Washington, we have location services turned on for us.
Is it free?
It's free, yes.
It's part of your phone.
Yeah. Gigi?
Yeah, you said that you use your Apple Watch. Could I use one of my iPads to find my iPhone?
You can use your iPad, you can use your computer, you can use your phone, you can use your watch to find mine. Yep, that's what it is. Do you have a question? Okay, so everybody needs Find My, Credit Karma, Uber or Lyft, I like both, Instacart, some type of FaceTime app. Those are all really good apps. Put your apps for things that go together, put them in a folder so they're easy to find. On iPads, if you continue to swipe, it will organize them for you. I don't always agree with the organization, but if I can't find something, then that's a good place to look. Okay. How to change fonts. We talked a little bit about this earlier. You can increase your font size, you can increase your folder size, you can increase your boldness, you can increase your brightness, all from settings. Okay? Or if you just have something that you want to increase right then, so we'll go here. If I go here, okay, and you pinch, 2-finger pinch. Everybody see that? How you can make it bigger or smaller. Just a 2-finger pinch.
Does it show you how to delete widgets also?
You can type it in there. You should be able just to press and hold.
Yeah.
Okay? What kind of questions? Yes.
If you have a watch and a phone, is it required that you have a separate line for the watch? Or if you don't, then you're...
Okay, she asked if you need a separate line if you have a watch and a phone. If you want cellular on both, you need separate lines. So I go out, walk low-key. I don't bring my phone because I have my watch with cellular. So if somebody wants to text me or somebody wants to call me, I can answer on my watch. I can read my email. Well, kind of, sort of, because it's so small. But yes, if you want Wi-Fi capabilities, you have to have a separate line. Carolyn?
Does texting take a lot of the memory?
No, texting does not take a lot of memory. However, if you pretty much all plans come with unlimited texting, so you can just...
And pictures, does that take a lot?
Pictures can take memory.
Okay.
So when you go to buy a device, you have a choice of like 112, 256, 512 gigabytes. That's your memory. I always get the 256. It seems to be sufficient for me between all my pictures, my music, my work, my email. That tends to be enough. 128, I don't have enough memory. If you don't use your computer a lot, it should be fine. 512, I would probably never use. Okay?
And how do you delete endless photos that come from friends in text?
Oh, in text?
In text.
So if you're in your text, I don't know what I have on here. Don't want you. Okay, so this one's fine. Okay, so somebody sent me a property earlier. I press and hold on the photo. No, if you press and hold, it'll come up with a little round button. Click the button, and it'll say more, and you can say delete. So a little pop-up will come up. It'll say copy or share or send. But if you say more, there'll be a trash can option.
Is that how you forward a text?
Okay, the question is how do you forward a text? Yes, the same method. So if I want to take this text here and I want to forward it, I press and hold. Oh, so there we go. You press and hold, and I can copy. Here's the more. I can delete it. See the little trash can at the bottom? I don't know if you can see that.
And there's a forward.
The arrows to forward. Okay, more questions?
I can never figure out, now I'm Android,
Okay,
brand new phone.
I'm sorry.
How do you create, because I'm in the Google world since my son was little, how do you create a group text?
Okay, so it's going to be the same for Android and Apple. Okay, so you want to create a text. Okay, you push your text, and I'm going to say new message, and I'm going to say to Karen, we'll do Karen Martin. I have like 7 Karens on here. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say this person, and then I'm going to say Sarah, and I'm going to say this person. You just keep typing in, and you can create however many people you want to put on your text change. Okay, Sue?
If you wish to airdrop a photo,
Oh.
okay, does it come out a better image than if you text or email it?
I don't know.
Okay,
Anybody know?
Not compressed.
it's better.
It's instant, but they have to be
You're right.
Okay. Sandra?
protecting
Airdrop.
your identity. Is there any-
Credit Karma?
Okay, or for being hacked.
You have a password on your phone. Don't share your password. Don't use the same password for everything.
Freeze your credit.
Yeah. Okay, more questions? Hang on, I'm trying. Here. Okay. Yes.
I have a comment. We had a problem with our modem or router computer, and somebody in my household called Netgear, only went on the web to get the Netgear number, and it wasn't
It was a
actually
scam.
Netgear, but they did take control of the phone and the computer.
Okay, so that's a smart scammer. So this is really important. She had a modem that wasn't working well. Her son went online, contacted Netgear. Netgear had a information or no, they had online. They had when you search for something,
A link?
a link. Thank you. And they clicked on that link, and it came up with a fake company. Somebody pretending to be Netgear. They took access of her computer. How do you protect yourself against that? It's just being aware. There are so many smart scammers now. Okay, in real estate, what happens is they take an email from the title company. They intercept it on the way from the title company to you. On that email are account numbers for you to wire funds to for the down payment on your house. They change the account number, and you end up wiring $500,000 to some random account, and you never get it back. That's how smart scammers are. You have to double check. So you take that It was probably NETGAR. Something is going to clue you in, but you have to look to see if it's the correct website. There are so many smart scammers out there. Smart. But they're going to make a mistake somewhere. Banks will send you, hey, we need to verify your account number. And wrong answer. Don't do it. Be cautious about where you put your credit card number into or who you give it to over the phone. IRS, we're going to come and arrest you if you don't pay this fund. The new one is, I have Fast Track for up in the Bay Area. It's for the toll bridges. Yep, it's if you don't pay this, we're going to do something. Okay? Be aware. Yeah, you don't have it and you still get it. Okay, so be aware of everything. For as great as the internet is, there's an awful lot of thieves out there. And they will take your credit card and they will take your money and credit cards are fairly safe because if they make a charge, the credit cards, you call your credit card and they'll take it off. They'll delete that card and then you have to go through and set up a new one. Cash is a different story. They raid your bank account and don't use checks, physical checks. There are still many people in here that are using physical checks. Do not use them. Thieves can just copy your account number, create a new check, and write the balance of your account over to them. Do not use checks. Use a credit card. And preferably a credit card over a debit card. Just pay it off every month. Okay? U.S. mail service. Just crazy. Richard.
PayPal offers an extra level of protection if you're using a credit card.
PayPal offers an extra level of protection. If you buy something off eBay, go through PayPal because it's a guarantee that A, you're going to get the product you order, and B, if you never get it, you won't get charged. So there are safeguards. Venmo and Zelle. I love them. Zelle is from Bank of America. Venmo is a cash app, essentially. So I go out to happy hour with my friends. One person pays. We all just Venmo her. It's a great tool, especially if you have family in different parts of the area and they're not there to give you cash. They can Venmo you.
Why not use credit card?
No.
A debit card. What's wrong?
Because debit cards are linked directly to your checking account. I just think having a credit card is safer.
Sure, but if you own a debit card, that's not a problem. Just don't use it.
I know in the past the regulations were not as strict as they are now. I can't speak to their protections now. What else?
My son uses a cash app card that he front loads with X amount of dollars. And so he uses it for spending, but it can't be stolen because there's not a bunch of cash in there like your debit card.
So a prepaid card, Bluebird has one, Cash App has one. I don't know who else. They're great for kids because they have a limited amount of money in them, on them. Okay? What other questions? We have some time.
With email, there's an email, I keep getting these ads and I try to delete them and then it goes back and it said it couldn't delete it.
Okay.
Is there any way around that?
So when you're getting unwanted emails or text for that matter, okay, you can block them. If you get an email, let's start with text because they're a little bit easier. So if I go get a text from Karen Martin, here. Let me see here. Here, this one here. So at the end of the phone number, you're going to see a little arrow. Okay, you click that little arrow, and down here you see an info, and that will tell you what the phone number is, if they're a contact. But down at the very bottom, you say block caller. You can do that on your phone. You can do that on text. On emails, whoops, no, I don't want to block him. On email, you unsubscribe is the way, or you can block it. I get probably up to 15 spam calls a day.
What about email?
Emails, I get several, but I just unsubscribe. Now, my husband once told me that don't unsubscribe because then they'll just sell your name to somebody else. But that's a fact of life. If you unsubscribe or if you block a call, they're going to use a different number. All these spammers have hundreds of numbers each. And I just keep blocking them. It takes 5 seconds to block.
What if you click junk?
You can do junk. So I have an automated junk folder that things from what, and Apple's very subjective about this, anything that they think is junk, we'll put it in my junk folder and then I have it emptied automatically because I'll get 200. You know, and so every now and then I'll go through and I'll scan it just to see if somebody's in there that shouldn't be. But my philosophy is if somebody sends me an email and I don't respond, they're going to call me. Except for Michelle that I was like 3 weeks late in responding. Block, junk, email.
Can you print out emails?
Yes, you can print out emails. When you're in an email, I can show you on Apple. So if I have this email here, there's this little square box with a pencil up here.
I can't see through your head.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So you're gonna click that box. Oops.
I think it's in the three dots.
It could be in the 3 dots, but I know it's in the box too. I have that. Let's see. You have to actually look at the email. Get it to open. There we go. And then this one's a 3 box. I don't know. I'll show you after.
Okay.
Okay, other questions? Yes.
Is it important to clean up your emails or just let them go and go and go?
Oh, I can't do that. I can't. It's important. It will take up memory. I mean, I'll have at any given time in my work, I have different folders. I have work email, I have personal email, I have a folder for every client. If I let them go, I will run out of memory.
I was told that after 30 days, they just omit
It's a setting.
the oldest stuff.
That is something on settings that will get rid of old emails. I can't do that. So I clean out. I'll take, like past transactions, I'll take the whole folder and I put it in the cloud. Because if I, have so many on my desktop, that will make me run out of memory.
But if you're not working.
If you're not working, then if you don't mind losing emails after 30 days, then just leave it as is. Okay? Sarah, do you have a question?
No, wait,
Oh.
sorry.
Okay. Other questions?
You gave a great safety security last year. Let's do that annually.
Say that again?
You gave us a very good presentation on internet safety, security, spam risk, blah, blah, blah. It changes every year. It changes every day. Can you make that an annual thing, maybe?
Not for this year, but yes. This year, unless it's already in the calendar, which you all have in front of you,
Okay.
it's all planned out. Somebody had a question? Yes.
How do you send a group email?
So the same way on the text, you just keep adding people to the list at the top. So you type in Karen, you type in Terry, you type in Betsy, and it will go.
That every time you can't do it.
You can do, it gets a little more complicated if you see me after. Like we have a group email for different friend groups that I have that I don't have to type in everybody.
If you have a group email, how do you make sure you save it and it doesn't get eliminated?
Well, most emails will not automatically delete. That's a setting. You can always create a folder in your email to put that email in. Okay, so in my email, I have all these folders for different people and different things. And when I get an email from one particular person that I want to put somewhere, I drag it from my main email and I put it in that email. I move it.
How do you make those folders?
Down at the bottom of your list. I'll show you that later.
I have to go.
Okay. You go into your email, and then over here, mailboxes. You scroll all the way down to the bottom, or at the top, it'll say create folders somewhere. See, you have all these. You have all these folders already.
Yeah.
Google it.
Do you have information about Facebook? Because I have a question about Facebook.
I just know what everybody else knows. What's your question?
Well, what happened was, I, paid for something on Facebook, and I used an abbreviation of my name, and now I have 2 Facebook pages.
Okay, Facebook is not user-friendly in my opinion. So you'll have to contact them. Okay, or Google it. Okay, what other questions? Okay, we're gonna do our drawing. For those of you who are new, just for coming, I put everybody's name in a little bag and I give away 2 $25 gift certificates. Now, in your binders, on the front cover, you're gonna see the survey. Okay, it's a new survey. Please fill it out. For everybody that fills it out directly, I do a drawing for one $50 gift card. So, not only do you get great information, you get money. Yeah, let me do that. Drum roll, please, for the first $25 gift card goes to Mr. Frank Stevens. Yay! Okay. Pick another one. Yeah. Pam Elliott.
Hey, Pam.
Yay, Pam!
This is technology.
Congratulations. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope to see you next month. We're having a speaker, not me, it's a public information officer from the Highway Patrol talking about safe driving, which will be a good class for me. If that's it, you're free to go. Thank you so much.
Bravo. Good job.
And thank you to Karen. I really appreciate all your help. Okay.
Let me know if you need any cards or anything. I'm gonna.
Yeah, just pass them out so they can put them in their book. Please fill out your surveys. Hand them to me on your way out.